Haole Makahikiho! Welcome to Storycraft Studio. I am currently in Washington State for the holidays visiting my sister. It's really fun, but it is really cold, so this is going to be a short video. So, as you guys have noticed, and I don't know how you wouldn't notice unless you're on Big Brother apparently, they don't know about the pandemic. But yeah, we've been having a pandemic, and it's awful. But this new year brings new hope, and I've got some hope for some projects. I've got a bunch of stuff lined up and plans that I intend to work on and hopefully get through. At least some of them. I've got 2 really fun dolls that I think you're gonna love. I'm trying to do some characters, some canon characters. The thought right now is I'm gonna try and do Miss Frizzle and Gadget from Rescue Rangers. It's an old cartoon, if you don't know about it, about Chip and Dale from Disney. They are part of this detective crew with Gadget, a mouse, and Monterey Jack, another mouse who's obsessed with cheese, and then Zipper, a fly. And they solve problems for animals and people, and it's fun. It's a really fun show, and Gadget's always been my favorite. So I'm going to use a Cave Club doll to try and make Gadget. It should be really fun and a nice bit of a challenge. I'm going to try and do more challenging customs in the coming year, but I'm also going to try and step back a little bit from doing all dolls all the time. I know some of you are really upset with that, but I need to write more, because that is what I do. I'm a writer, and unfortunately other things have gotten in the way, so I haven't been writing as much as I would like to be writing. So I'm going to try and do some writing this year, in the coming year. Short chapter books, short stories, and like novellas are my thing, so I'm going to try and do those. I've got a few fantasy, magical girl style characters that I want to do a really fun series for that's really kind of challenging. I've got 6 in the team, and I'm going to try and give each one a universe where they're in charge of the group, and they all follow the same kind of basic prompt, and translate it into different genres, and see how that goes. It should be really fun and really interesting. But there's some of them I'm still trying to figure out how to use that prompt and what universe to use it in and how those work together. But it should be really fun. I've been reading so much romance this last year. It's gotten me through a lot of it, but I want to do some romance novellas, and some short stories. I've got a few short stories that I haven't finished that I want to work on. So I'm going to be doing a lot of writing, hopefully. I will also be doing. I want to do a series like the Character Corner series, like you might have seen on ABD Illustrations, or redesigning characters like on Jinja Ninja. They're 2 of my favorite channels, and I want to do something like that with some of my characters. I've got 2 that I definitely want to do. That Magical Girl series I just talked about. I want to do a lot of work with them and do a few videos on them about how they've transformed, because I've had these characters since 2010. I think it's time I share them with more than just people on DeviantArt, because I shared a lot of them on DeviantArt when I first approached their characters. But I want to do those. I want to get some older characters that I casually kind of worked through and really thought, how would I do them now, because they were really awful, and just how would I make them better. And they've kind of plugged into my sci-fi universe that I also want to try and write about soon. But they're in that sci-fi universe, and they've inspired a short story series that, yeah, I know, constantly stories, so much stories. I have way too many stories going on. Sometimes I can't keep track of it all, but I'm working on it. I'm doing it, and I'm going to try and do my best to do that all year, and do some dolls, some speed paints. I've got a speed paint series I want to try. Everybody does the Zodiac, and that's good, that's fine, but I don't like being just like everybody else, and I don't really have great ideas for the traditional Greek Zodiac that nobody else has done. So in this new year, I'm going to try and do a series of speed paints featuring the Celtic Zodiac, which is trees and some animals, but it's mainly about the trees. And so I'm going to try. I've got the first 3 that I've got lined up of what their designs are, how I'm going to do them, how it's going to work. And I'm going to be using a new style that I've been playing with on Instagram. where I take a picture of one of the dolls that I have so many of. I have way too many dolls just waiting to be customized and already customized. And I'm going to I take pictures of them and then I edit them to hell until they become a cohesive picture. And I've done really well. I've done 2 so far. I've got a 3rd one just kind of in my files that I may not share with anyone because it's of my dog. And I kind of casually did it, but it's just kind of photo bashing thing, playing with textures and working stuff. It's a lot of fun and it feels really freeing for me because figures are where I have trouble because getting the proportions and stuff, and I still do that kind of art, but I want to do some of that and it'll be fun. So that's what I'm doing for this series, is messing with photos and getting them to work. And so that'll probably be my next Speed Paint video. And I'm gonna try and do 1 doll video per month. If that's all you're interested in on my channel, I'll have 1 per month and they'll be very, very obvious. And yeah, those are my plans for the new year, to do more writing, better organize the dolls, do some character exploration, and just get through and get back to work because I have not been able to work at my really amazing job that someday I will do a tour of the shop where I work at because it's awesome and you would love it. And then there's some travel plans that are relevant to you guys, but yeah, I'm looking forward to another year that will hopefully improve. I know it'll take like 6 months to get to the point where we can actually have mostly back to normal, but even then I may still wear a mask outside because I don't trust people and sometimes I just need to have a mask. Yes, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the new year. I hope you are too. And yeah, we're about done with this video. So I have 2 versions of this picture. Here's the one of the edit that you saw me making. And here's a different version that I kind of like better for a loop. So it's going to play while we do the outro. Mahalo for watching. I hope I kept you entertained because I was entertained by this whole process. Just ranting and working on a picture. No, this will not be a staple of my channel. I will not do this all the time. Unless you want me to. If you want me to, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me if you like this format or just don't like this format. I may never do this again. Who knows? If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Storycraft Studio for my general art and dolls and just whatever happens that I want to put out there. And Sunset Lemonade for my more structured fashion illustrations, which is also my handle over on Artful, where I'm uploading old art and stuff, and that's a new art community app that's still in beta testing. They're still working on it, but it's coming along amazingly, and you should join it because it's going to be a really great art community. And I hope you're having a good holiday season. I will see you in a little bit, in a few weeks, and have a happy new year. Aloha!